Coming up on FYI, the 16-year-old gymnast going for gold at the Olympics, how a small-town cheerleading squad is hitting the headlines, and the hidden cameras helping protect Britain's hedgehogs. Welcome to FYI, your weekly news show bringing you the top news stories. And first up, it's football. Sadly, England didn't quite win the Euros, losing to Spain 2-1 in the final. England are the first team to lose 2 successive Euro finals, and lots of you were pretty heartbroken.
The result was quite disappointing, but we played well.
Great job on getting to the final. You're still in the top 2 teams in the whole of Europe.
But many agree Spain were the better team and deserved the win. And for the whole tournament, everybody's been talking about their new star player, Lamine Yamal, who only turned 17 the day before the final. He wowed the crowds with his skills and set the record as the youngest footballer ever to play in the Euros. England are now looking for a new manager. After 8 years in charge, Gareth Southgate decided it was the right time to step down. He leaves with a great record, 2 Euros finals and a World Cup semi-final. But his big regret is that he couldn't end England's 58-year wait to win a major tournament. But onwards and upwards, the Olympic Games start in Paris next week, and we have some awesome young athletes competing for Great Britain. Scarlett went to meet a teenage gymnast who's one of the youngest members of Team GB.
Meet Abby Martin. At only 16 years old, she's been picked to represent Team GB at the Olympics, making her the youngest member of our gymnastics squad. Her performance on the beam meant she helped Great Britain win a silver medal at the European Gymnastics Championships earlier this year, and now she's hoping to go one better in Paris. Did you ever think you'd actually become an Olympic athlete?
It's always been my hopes and dreams to compete at the Olympics, but I didn't think this year would be the year with being only 16, and I was just so shocked but also so excited.
So what hopes and expectations have you got for the Olympics?
I think just for the whole team to go out and do our best.
Abby has been training at South Devon School of Gymnastics since she was 5 years old, and she's always wanted to compete at the very highest level.
When she was about 8, Abby said, I'm going to go to the Olympics when I'm older and stuff. So she's always been quite determined. Yeah. We knew she had a lot of talent and a lot of potential when she was younger, so she's followed the elite pathway all the way through.
To get to this level is no easy feat. It takes a lot of dedication.
I train 24 hours a week. Obviously, recently we've been fitting it around school, but now I finish school, my hours might go up a bit.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to put into it. I mean, have you ever found that challenging to have to be at the gym so much?
I kind of knew that gymnastics is my love, so we just fit it around then.
We both just finished our GCSEs, and obviously you're so busy, so can you tell me how you think you went?
I think my GCSEs went quite well. We actually found out about the Olympics on my last day of school, and when Olympic prep camp started, I think I had 2 exams left. So I did lots of revision just to make sure that my mind didn't slip on them as well.
Yeah, because, it's obviously so important what you're doing, but school's also important. Before she heads to Paris, Abby's clubmates are throwing her a party to show their support and wish her good luck.
When we heard Abby was going to the Olympics, we were just all so proud because she's worked so hard every day. I think it's really nice to throw her a party just to celebrate this really special moment and that she really gets to take it all in.
I know how much it will mean to her to go there. I'm just very excited for her. She's only 16 and she's already going to the Olympics.
We're all so proud of her. She's put in all the hard work already, so at this point it's just go out, you know what you're doing, enjoy it and make the best memories.
Team GB is expecting to win a record-breaking number of medals this year and is aiming to be in the top 5 of medal-winning countries. No pressure then, Abby. Good luck, we can't wait to see how you do.
Thanks, Scarlett. Sticking with sport, when you think of cheerleading, you probably think of big, colourful troops in the USA. Well, guess what? It's growing in popularity here in the UK too. And many are calling for it to be a part of the Olympic Games in the future. We heard from a small-town squad who recently won a national competition on why cheerleading is so much more than just pom-poms.
Wow, those are some impressive skills.
Meet the South Coast Waves cheerleaders.
I really enjoy performing, even though it's really nerve-wracking before, but when we come off, it's like a really good feeling.
Cheerleading is getting more and more popular in the UK. And despite it not being included as a sport in Paris 2024, there's growing pressure for it to be recognised as a sport in future Olympic Games.
A lot of people joke about the stereotypes of cheerleading and like American cheer and pom-poms and stuff.
I don't think anyone understands the work we actually put in. Getting a skill takes time and loads of step backs before you can actually reach the skill.
It's quite scary when you like learn new things, but it's a really nice feeling when you've done it.
Practising in their village hall comes with its challenges.
I like it because it's local, but we have problems.
1, 2.
We touch the ceiling in a lot of things and it's not quite big enough.
It means that we can't get the height for the skills we want. What we could really do with is a bigger gym with higher ceilings and sprung floor.
Some of my siblings are also interested in cheer, so I do a lot of work with them at home, like coaching them, messing around a bit as well. My youngest brother, he's 3 years old. I've been teaching him a few things. My brother, Marley, also joined cheer after I'd got him into it.
I like watch her do it and I'd be like, that's pretty cool and I want to try doing it. I start like to fall in love with it and I joined. Most of the boys in my year do the football and we went cheerleading for the football match and then they started carrying me around after and saying like, you're amazing and stuff like that.
Cheerleading's a sport for anyone, for any age group, boys, girls, whoever you are. If someone wanted to join cheerleading, I would say just go for it, try your best and see what happens.
Remember, if you have a story that you want to share with us, get in touch at first.news/FYI. We love to hear from you, and you could have your chance to get your say on the show. Now, if you're a fan of Doctor Who, you're gonna like this next story. The famous waxwork museum in London, Madame Tussauds, has just revealed their newest addition, actor Ncuti Gatwa as the latest Doctor.
That is amazing. That is incredible.
It looks pretty realistic. Ncuti had to get his body measured, head moulded, and help pick out his correct eye colour.
Oh gosh, that's really amazingly weird.
Here on FYI, we like to investigate possible fake news stories. Can you tell if this next story is fake news or fact? The distressing news that the former US President Donald Trump was shot at and injured while he was speaking on stage to supporters has been all over the news. And millions on social media have seen claims that the shooting was staged or set up. Some claim that Donald Trump himself staged the event because they don't believe that his security guards would have failed to pick up on the gunman. They say he did it to boost his election chances and that the photos straight after it happened were too perfect, with great framing and lighting. But these claims are fake news. The attack was all too real, with the would-be assassin spotted on a nearby roof.
We have people that should not be here. On the roof. It's much tougher than
And some pictures even capturing a bullet flying past Donald Trump's head. And sadly, in the USA, there have been several previous assassination attempts on leaders. In fact, over the last 200 years, 4 US presidents have been shot and killed, and now 7 presidents and former presidents have been shot at and survived. Unlike the UK, in the USA, almost every adult is allowed to carry or own a gun. Every day, an average of over 300 people are shot, and over 100 of those will die. Over the years, many have campaigned for stricter US gun laws, but no political party has ever managed to significantly reduce the hundreds of millions of guns owned by American people. Now, have you seen a hedgehog in your garden recently? Well, you're lucky if you have, because numbers of those spiky little creatures in Britain have dropped very low. But experts have been finding new ways to keep an eye on hedgehog populations, in the hope that they can protect them. Iara went to find out more.
Hedgehogs used to be a regular sight in most people's gardens, but in countryside areas like this, it's thought that the hedgehog population could have dropped by as much as 3/4 over the last 20 years. So what's being done to help? I'm an expert, Henrietta Pringle, who's showing me the solution is all in these high-tech hidden cameras. Oh wow, I couldn't even notice it.
Yeah, well that's the idea, to make sure they're out of view and they don't disturb the animals.
In a groundbreaking new hedgehog monitoring project, these surveillance cameras are snapping images of wildlife all across Britain in the hope that we can find out exactly how many hedgehogs are out there.
Yeah, so I think we'll put a camera just here.
Yeah.
Looks good.
So how do they work?
So they're in these boxes which protect against the weather. So this is the actual camera. This is the sensor which detects when an animal or anything moves in front of it. It also detects the heat of the animal as well, so it'll trigger them as well. And then we've got little infrared sensors, so that makes it work at night.
After the cameras capture the images, artificial intelligence technology is used to help filter the images and select those which only show wildlife, before humans then analyse the pictures to see how many hedgehogs there are and where they are living. But there are so many pictures that more people are needed to help. The National Hedgehog Monitoring Programme is asking for volunteers like me and you to look at images and spot whether they contain a hedgehog. Why is the project to monitor hedgehogs helpful and what can it achieve?
They're what we call indicator species, which means they tell us a lot about the health of the world, about nature. So if we're helping hedgehogs, chances are we're helping lots of other animals.
Yeah. We've heard that there's been a big decline in hedgehogs in the countryside, but what about in the cities?
So there's actually, looks like there might be better news for hedgehogs in our cities because people are thinking about hedgehogs in their gardens and in their wild spaces. So one of the key things you can do is make your garden, if you have a garden, make it a bit untidy, leave spaces that aren't cut, the grass isn't cut, and there are wilder areas with flowers and log piles, because hedgehogs love to nest in piles of leaves and log piles and things like that.
And if you don't have a garden, you can still help hedgehogs and other wildlife. You can start an eco club at your school, like these guys have done. So what are you guys doing to look after hedgehogs and other nature?
We're providing a lot of nature around our school so that hedgehogs have a home.
So what do you think about being able to help hedgehogs from the comfort of your own home?
It's really great because some people can't go out and spot the hedgehogs. So it's good that people can do it from the comfort of their home.
Nature is so important because we need nature to survive, like trees, because they give us oxygen. And also, nature is one of the most beautiful things that we can have on Earth.
From today's experience, I've learned a lot of how to take care of wildlife. And I think we can all put in and do our bit to help save endangered species like hedgehogs.
Thanks, Yara. That's about it from us. But as the athletes head to the Olympics, including our gymnast Abby, make sure you watch next week where I'll be presenting a special show from Paris and catching up with some of the other top young hopefuls who've got their sights set on gold. Till then, bye!